thank you for joining me on my new YouTube channel. This particular YouTube channel is going to focus on human behavior issues. In fact, the name of my channel is called Human Behavior. Yes. And as I mentioned in my previous several videos, I earned a Master's of Arts degree in Human Behavior from National University in La Jolla, California. So it is certainly appropriate that I address in this particular YouTube platform human behavior issues. Now, some of you may have heard of my Christian ministry channel, and it's called Henry Causley Ministries, Inc. That's C-A-U-S-L-Y, Henry Causley Ministries, Inc. And I have more than 150 Christian sermons on there for spiritual inspiration. And with all that's going on in our world today, with COVID-19 and other family issues and stresses, we need all the inspiration we can get. So log on sometimes. I may have something on there just for you. All right. So, the human behavior question that I'm going to address today is, what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of a blended family? Let me say that again. What are some of the advantages and disadvantages of a blended family? Oh, yes, oh, yes. Now, first of all, let us define what a blended family is. Well, a blended family consists of a couple and their current children, if they have any, and all previous children from other relationships. Now, in an article written by Brandon Miller and GreenGarageBlog.org, Miller wrote about 65% of parents who get married again bring their children with them into that new household. Wow. Interesting, huh? Yes. So, of course, that means that problems from past family situations can often cross over into the new family situation in that blended family. Now, every family experiences problems and conflict, no exception. And these problems and conflicts can be amplified when children from two different families, or two or more different families, live together under the same roof. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, before you make that move to a blended family, make sure both families sit down and discuss the different areas of concerns that may arise, particularly when you're bringing together children from two or more different families. How is the parents going to handle the discipline and rules for this blended family? All of these things needs to be discussed before you engage in a blended family. One thing for sure, both parents must be on the same page. They must be in agreement about how this blended family is going to operate. Yes. The parents cannot be pulling in opposite directions, sending mixed signals to the children. Oh, no. And the parents cannot allow the children on either side to manipulate them. Oh, no. The parents must be in a united front if they want to have a successful blended family. Now, the children from both families must respect both parents. And the parents from both sides must respect the children. Oh, yes. That's key if that blended family is going to work. Favoritism one child over another can definitely create conflict in a blended family. For example, if the stepchildren on one side of the blended family perceive that the biological children are being treated better than them, that can create conflicts. You see, the biological parent, if you're treating your children better than you're doing the stepchildren, that can create conflict in that blended family. Now, one advantage of a blended family versus a single parent household is financial, especially if both blended family parents are working. You see, when two paychecks are coming in instead of one, this can mean more financial stability for the blended family and less financial pressures. Many families, blended and otherwise, particularly blended families, as the families have gotten bigger, deal with some financial pressures if both parents aren't working. But when the children see their parents have less conflict and less stress, this sense of well-being also translates over to the children. Yes. And a stable blended family can provide children with a good role model that may benefit them later in life when they get married, if they have to go through something very similar. Now, in a stable blended family, children learn how to become more flexible and deal with conflict resolution with their other siblings. Yes. Since blended families may experience more conflict from time to time because you got the personality of the children on both sides, different children. These children have come together and they haven't really necessarily lived together before. And so a blended family can have more conflicts on the average than a one-parent family. The children from a blended family may acquire more compromising and problem-solving and coping skills than children from parents from a single family home. Now, in blended families, the step-parents do have some challenges to overcome. Yes. If the stepchildren don't have a good relationship with the biological parent, that could lead to some serious conflict. If the stepchildren think that the biological children are being treated more favorably than them by their biological parent, the stepchildren will likely be honest about it and let the biological parent know. So in a relationship, as we know, honesty is always the best policy. And your children, they're going to tell you the truth. They're going to be honest with you. Now, when a biological parent receives, this honest feedback from his stepchildren or her stepchildren, the parent should listen, accept it, and work to do a better job in connecting with the stepchildren. And sometimes blended families can lead to bitter sibling rivalries. The sibling rivalries between non-biological brothers and sisters can create a great deal of conflict within the home. Oh yes. And so parents must address these sibling differences as soon as possible. Because the longer the sibling rivalries goes, the worse they will get. Oh, yes. Now, some children in a blended family may feel that their biological parents should spend more time with them rather than with their stepchildren. So, parents in a blended family have a lot to contend with. Yes, they do. And some biological parents in a blended family may feel that their children should call their new parents or step-parents mom and dad. But the stepchildren in the blended family may not be so comfortable with that. Yes. Many blended family stepchildren may feel that they should only have to call their biological parents mom and dad and not their step-parents. Oh, yes. They feel, the stepchildren, that they should call their biological parent by their first name only. Yes. So, the family needs to sit down prior to bringing this blended family together and talk about all of those issues, so those issues won't arise once the blended family all come together living under one roof. Yes. Now, it is suggested, studies have suggested, that the failure rate of blended families is quite high. But if you and your spouse is determined to make a blended family work, then one of the main focus is helping the children adjust to their new living arrangements. That's probably half the battle, because it is not just about the two spouses and how much they are in love with each other. No. It's mostly, in blended families, it's mostly about the children. Yes. If the relationship between the children and parents in the blended families is not working, then the blended family is going to have some serious challenges ahead. Oh, yes. In an effort just to survive. So, remember, when you take on a blended family with children on each side from both parents, you're going to face some serious challenges. And it's always a good idea to sit down before that blended family come together with the children and discuss as many issues that you can come up with. In fact, you may want to write down some different things to talk about. So, I want to know just how you feel about this topic. What's your comment on blended families? Would you do it? Or would you not do it? Do me a favor, leave a comment. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for joining me today. And we'll be talking about more human behavior issues as we go along. So until next time, take care.